Good morning, you all. This is Yoruba Mom giving you an update on my small, tiny garden here. Uh, I did a video previously about how this area is really a lot of pebbles and rocks in here on this land, and this town actually, basically. So, and we've been planting since here, but it will grow, but then it will dry out. And I realized that I need to create a bed for it, uh, for the plants to grow well, for vegetables to survive over and over, so I don't have to be replanting and wondering, what happened. So I dug this area like 1 foot plus depth, and it's basically like maybe 4 by 2.5 or 4.5 by 2.5 feet. So I did all that, and I said in the previous video about how it was really hard for me to get soil, like planting soil in this town. And finally I got somebody to bring me 5 bags. So I filled this. I did I've had like 2 bags previously, and I kind of like added little sand, some sand here, almost like equal, because I was desperate, I needed soil. So then, but I did put some manure in it from this pot, the one under it that's ready. I added it. So anyway, so finally I did all that, and I was excited, and I planted stuff. So here around this area, I planted peppers around this area, and some are coming out already. It's only been like a week, I believe. So these are all peppers around here. And here I planted some things, but it's all mixed up with tomatoes and pepper. So I'm actually gonna put tomatoes here specifically because I want to be sure I get some tomatoes. And then I planted corn, and these are already growing. Look at that. Yesterday it was really like some bulbs showing, and now the leaves are opening up, and look at that. And then I planted beans, like they call it honey beans. It's brown in color. It's honey beans, HONEY beans. So it's African beans. So, and I planted some over there. I haven't seen anything yet on those areas. I used the bamboo, dry bamboo, to demarcate, to show me where things are that I planted, so I don't have to replant. This is the only area that I haven't planted at, really. I mean, like directly, other than through some mixes of pepper and tomatoes, like I was, like I said before. And I think somebody told me it's like a bobby cat that's been coming here and digging. I covered this area like 3 days ago, because I saw like feet here, and it's like going around doing whatever it's doing. I haven't seen it yet myself, but look at this depth here that he did. So he kind of like brought out some stuff that I throw in there, some vegetables and eggshell that I threw in there in that area, brought it out. Maybe that's what it's looking for. So there's something good in there. Anyway, so I wanted to show you the update, and look at my cassava. The leaves are showing more. That's my cassava right there. I mean, this one hasn't shown anything yet, but I don't really need much cassava here, but I wanted something to grow so I can be excited. So I'm really glad. And then when I when I put the soil in here to fill it up more, I kind of did some things other than that. Like this pepper that I thought was cucumber turned out to be pepper. I put one here and I put one here, but I don't know what ate up the top of that. But this one is still growing, and I tried to plant some stuff in here, and this one is covered now. I think I put like corn in there, you know, and I planted stuff in here too. I haven't seen it coming out. And here, what's going on here? Uh-oh, there's something growing here. Wow, oh my goodness, something growing here. Wonderful. I covered it with you know, one of those you know, stuff to protect it from the sun. And let me see what's happening. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I'm so glad. Thank you, God. Okay, so anyway, and is there something growing there too? Okay, I put flowers here and there. I planted flowers. I brought it here, and it's, you know, this kind of flower. Yeah, so anyway, so that's what's been going on in Yoruba garden, Yoruba mom's garden. So, and I have this shrub here. I'm telling you, this shrub can grow in the air. You know, like you throw it up in the air, and if it can stay there, it's gonna grow. I'm serious. Yeah, look, I took this one out like over a week ago from my tomato because I used the stick to hold up this tomato when I transplanted it from the ground to here to survive. And look, this one is the stick itself is surviving more than the tomatoes, you know. So I took it out because I don't want it to be eating the food. You know, look at the root. The root hasn't died yet. Seriously. And the leaves are still green. So, and that one over there is a vegetable. They call it something vegetable, like paija. That's what it's called. And people actually come here to get some of it out here. So, but I want to take that one out or take this one out because I'm thinking maybe I should leave this one or that one. I can't decide. I'll do one of them. I'll take out one of them. Just want it to be right. What's protecting what and what's not taking over the whole ground is how I'm going to make my decisions. This is jute leaf. I just threw it in the garden so it can grow. When you have a small garden, you pack up the space. Anyway, so like here, I showed this in my last video or maybe 2 videos ago, and I didn't know what it is until it was showing a pepper, and I left it there, and it was getting bigger and bigger, and it was really as big as this, you know, like this. So, and but it wasn't surviving, so I put some tea in it. You know, this is my leftover tea, and I put some manure in it. And look at it, it's really happy now. That's wonderful. So that shows that if you kind of feed them well, not overfeeding, of course, if you feed them well correctly, they will grow. All right, the leaves are green. It used to be just like 1 or 2 leaves on it, like that, and now these are really getting bushy. Wonderful. Good morning, this is Monet from Yoruba Mom. I want to give you an update on the garden because I came this morning and I saw something surprising. The peppers that I planted like not even a week ago is now, it's sprouting. It's sprouting. Look at that. So I just wanted to show you that and to show you the tomatoes that I split, the one in this pot that I split into 4 because it wasn't thriving well. So this was like 3 days ago, I think, that I split it, and I added some soil, even though it's not a loamy soil, but that's what I have. As I told you in the previous videos, that it's really hard to get our gardening soil here in this town. So there's tomatoes there. Look at that. So I put 2 in the pot and I planted them deep, and then I planted them sideways, like horizontal, and then put this up so there can be a lot of room for the roots to grow. I did that. I don't know. I think this might be showing more green than before. That'd be awesome. Wait a minute. What's this here? Look at that. Look at that. Where is it? There. Interesting. And then that one. And that one. Even though there's not much of leaves on it, it's thriving. It's starting to thrive back, I believe. And this is like the 3rd one I planted here in the soil. And I put sleeve on it so the moistures don't kind of like, because of the sun, so it can protect the moisture, can preserve the moisture. Okay, I think this one is showing more green here. More green, that's nice. Okay, I'm hopeful. And that's the corn, and the corn. Only one bean is showing. I don't see the rest of it. Interesting. Okay, and this is the 4th one. This one has a very big root, like really long, 1 foot, size, and really big, like a finger big, size round. And I believe this is the main, this one has the main root, so I planted it deep. This is like how long the root is, I planted it so that it has like length to go, and then deep in the soil, so, and then I cover it with a leaf to protect the moisture. Yeah. I think it's showing a better green here. Maybe here. So I'm hopeful. It's only been a few days. Alright, thank you for watching. The cassava is still there. It's getting, the leaves are getting a little bit bigger. Alright. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.